Hi, my name is Jeff. I'm with RCD, and today we're going to do a walk through in the Springdale 1800. So starting here in the back, right here we have a cable connection. So if your campground or your home, wherever you're parking this has cable, simply plug your cable into here. Down here, this cap pulls off. That's where you want to put your sewer hose. Keep the sewer smell out of the coach. Put your sewer hose in here and nobody will know it's even in there. This is a stabilizer leg. It is not a leveling leg. It stabilizes. So once you get your coach stable, or level rather, run the legs down and it stops it from bouncing. There's one at each corner. You got about a 12-foot awning, power awning, which is controlled from the inside. You got your vent over your stove top. 2 outdoor speakers. You can play the music outside or inside, but the stereo itself is located on the inside. And I'll show you that when we go in. This is the back of your furnace. So when you're running your furnace, don't put anything in front of this because it does get hot. It will actually burn you. So if you're setting up a table or anything outside, if you're running your furnace, keep it away from this. This is the back of your refrigerator. You can pop these off, pull it open if you need to work on your refrigerator, but typically there's no maintenance to these RV refrigerators. You got a drip tube here. And this is the second half of your refrigerator. Your outlets, you got 2 110 outlets. That white sticker there means that it's connected to a GFI switch on the inside. Typically the GFI switches are located in the bathroom. We'll show you that when we go in. Okay? Storage, little clasp here to hold the door open. It's your storage space. Right there is your crank handles for your legs. And the storage goes all the way through to the other side. This particular unit has 1 propane tank. It's a 20-pound tank. Simply turn it on and off by turning the valve here. Once this is on, that will control your refrigerator and will also control your furnace and your stove. Okay? This does not have a battery put in it yet, but all the units come with a deep cycle 12-volt interstate battery. Got a manual crank, simple up and down. 7-pin wiring harness to connect to your tow vehicle. Safety chains. Emergency brake. Emergency brake will pull this pin if for some reason your camper comes disconnected from your tow vehicle. This is connected to your tow vehicle. It will pull this pin and it will put the brakes on the camper so the camper won't go scooting down the road. So very important to use that. This is the other side of your storage compartment. Okay, this camper is a 30 amp 110. So this is your cord. We have it plugged into our shop here. Simply it feeds in and pulls out. So this will feed all the way in. You close the lid and you're good to go. But just remember, it is 110 30 amp. Fresh water. If you want to carry water, for example, if you're going to a campground and they don't supply water, or you're going camping in the woods, you can carry your own water. There's about a 40-gallon water tank here. Simply take a hose before you leave the house, fill up your tank. Then inside there's a water pump button to get the water out of your tank to your faucets and your shower and your toilet. You need to turn the water pump on the inside. So this is for carrying water. Now if your campground has water, simply connect your hose to here, turn the water pressure on, and it will pressurize the water lines. Then you will have water at all of your faucets and such. This one you do not have to use your water pump for, because it is getting water pressure already from the hose. So this you use the pump, this you do not use the pump. Right down here, it's your sewage line. You got a black and a gray valve. Your black is your toilet waste, and your gray is your sink and your shower. So what you need to do is take your sewer hose, connect it to this, take that cap off, connect the sewer hose to this, put the other end into the ground. Then when you're ready to dump your tanks, pull your black valve first, then you pull your gray valve. The reason you do it that way, you pull your black, get rid of all your toilet waste, and you pull your gray and it flushes all the toilet waste out of the tube. Okay? So just remember black first, then gray. Then just simply close the valves back up. Now, if the campground that you're at does not have sewage, you'll have to go to a dump station. You go to a dump station, do the same procedure. Connect your hose, put it into the dump in the ground, pull your black and pull your gray. Okay? It's a very simple operation. This is the back of your hot water tank. Okay? This is an anti-rod. The anti-rod takes the minerals out of the water and attracts it to the rod. So if you have bad water, this anti-rod will take all the bad material out of the water. Over a period of time, this will actually whittle down to about the size of a toothpick. So when that happens, you need to buy another one of these. So install, just simply put it in there and tighten it up. Now your hot water tank is a 6-gallon hot water tank. Typically you don't want to leave water in there over 2 weeks because it will begin to smell. So when that happens, pull your rod out, let the water drain out, then put new water in it. Okay? But typically there's no maintenance to these. Just keep it clean. Keep you know, sometimes bugs like to build nests and things like that in there. Just keep it clean. Again, you have another stabilizer leg right here. Spare tire in the back. Now we'll go inside and we'll show you some of the features of the inside of the unit. Okay, on the inside, you come inside the door, you have some light switches. This will be your light switch outside over your awning. This is another light which actually lights up your speakers on the outside. So 1, 2, 3 lights. Now your awning is a simple in and out. So if you want to put the awning out, hold the button down and the awning goes out. Now wherever you let the button go is where the awning will stop. I'm going to take it all the way out and show you one of the features of the awning. Okay, right there is about where you want to stop. You shouldn't go any further than that. Now, if you're in a situation where it's raining out and you want some water runoff instead of it pooling in the middle of the awning, you can actually tilt these. Put a tilt on them and tighten it up, and it will actually give you a tilt and give you water runoff. Then before you roll it back in, just let it go back up. Now you can tilt either side, or you can tilt both sides to lower the awning in the front. So that's a really nice feature. A lot of people don't realize you have that, but puts a tilt on the awning, gives the water a place to run off. So to put the awning back in, just simply push the in button, and it's not a fast procedure, but it does a good job. Again, just make sure you release those arms so you don't have a tilt on the awning before you try to put it in. There you go. You have a fire extinguisher at the bottom there. You have another 2 110 outlets that is connected to a GFI. You have a light over the kitchen counter. Your refrigerator is gas and electric. Okay, well, when I say that, what it means, there's your on and off button. It's on automatic right now. What automatic means is if you're at a campground and you're camping, middle of the night for some reason the power goes out. If the power goes out, then it's automatically going to go to propane. Okay, so you don't have to worry about anything. Power comes back on and will automatically go back to electric. So for any reason at all, if the power goes out, it goes to propane. If you're going down the road traveling and you want to keep a lot of food in there, it's going to run on propane. You go to the campground and plug it in, it's going to go to electric. So 99% of the time, leave it on automatic. You never have to worry about switching it back and forth. The only good reason to force it to gas only is if you're at a campground and they have poor power and every time you turn something on, the lights flicker. You can take the power that you're using in here and just force it to gas and save the power for something else. But 99% of the time, you want to leave it on automatic. Got your AM FM radio here, dual zones inside outside. This is the back of your furnace. This is where your heat comes from. Your thermostat is controlled right here. Simply turn it on, set your temperature. This shows what the temperature is inside the coach, and this is where you adjust your temperature. While we're over here, this shows you your tank levels. Okay, first one shows battery. Shows the battery's full. Your black, which is your toilet waste, is empty. Your fresh is empty. Fresh again is the water that you're carrying, and your gray is empty. This button is your water pump. You use that button when you want to pump your water that you're carrying out of the coach and into the outlets. Your water heater, simply turn it on. Once it lights, and it lights on its own, as long as the propane tanks are on, it will light. This light will go out. That way you know the pilot light is lit. Let's see if it goes out here. There it is. It just went out. So that means your pilot light is lit. So that's the way the water heater works. The water heater only works on propane, does not work on electricity. Down here at the bottom you have a propane sniffer. If for some reason there's a propane leak inside the coach, that will go off like a smoke detector, and what you need to do is go outside and turn your propane bottle off, stop the source of the leak. Now come in and probably you had the stove lit and the flame went out. That's most likely what it would be. You got a light switch for your stove, or your stove top here. You got a fan, microwave just like at home. Then you just have a series of storage spaces. Okay. Here's where all your reading stuff is. It would be all your brochures and your manuals inside here. Right down here is your fuse box. Okay, you got your 110 fuses and your 12 volt fuses. And this is a fan. This fan is because this is also your battery charger. So when you're plugged into your tow vehicle or you're plugged into electric, this is charging your battery. So your battery is always being charged. Everything's labeled what the fuses and the breakers are, so it's very easy to understand. But that's pretty much just like you'd have at home. You got two bunks. Each one has lights. You got a window down here. Your bathroom. Here's your GFI switch, which we spoke of. So if for some reason some of those outlets aren't working, you just need to reset that button right there. Medicine cabinet. Got an exhaust fan. Your toilet. It's a step pedal. You step on it halfway. When you do have water, there's no water in the coach right now, but you step on it halfway, it puts water in the bowl, then step on it all the way down and it will flush it. And shower, just simple hot and cold water with a shower head. Right down here, this is an access panel to the drain if you ever have to work on your drain. Your kitchen table will go down into a bed. The best way to do this is get somebody to sit on the other side, lift the table up, drop the legs down, lay them on the floor, then the table lays down on these slats, and you flatten the cushions out and it makes a nice little bed. This is a little fire escape window. If you have to get out, for some reason you can't get to the door, you push that out, push it all the way out. It's hinged at the top, so the wind is not going to fall to the ground. So just push it all the way out, pull the screen out, and jump out the window. If you want to use it for ventilation, you can use it for ventilation. But that is an emergency escape. Okay, your bed is just simple mattress, and you get a little bit of storage underneath here. Get two 110 outlets there, phone charger. You have a little bit of hanging space and a nice shelf above the bed. And a window on the other side. So now this is the Springdale 1800 Mini. For this, there's many options for the Springdale Minis. This one is particular to this floor plan, but what we've shown you so far is pretty much a generalization of all the Springdale Minis. So that's everything we have. I'm sorry, let's go to the air conditioner. I forgot to do the air conditioner. It's kind of like a air conditioner you have in your window. Simple. Turn it to the fan, set your temperature, and let it run. You can direct the air certain ways by moving these in and out. On either side here you have little filters. You can take those filters out and you can actually wash them out in the sink. So that's what that is. Also right above here you have, this is where you mount your TV. That red light means there is an antenna on top with a power booster to it. So if you're using the antenna on top, you want to make sure that red light's showing. If you have cable at your campsite, you shut that off because you don't want that on. You're using your cable. But if you're camping and you don't have cable, you need to have that red light off. Smoke detector there. Okay? So if there's any questions that you may have in the future, give us a call here at RCD. Appreciate your business and look forward to seeing you in the future. Thanks.